Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're unpacking how to use data for, well, smarter marketing decisions.
Yeah, there.
You've shared some really interesting material, and it's clear you're thinking beyond just, collecting marketing numbers. You want to actually use that data.
Exactly, to make better strategic calls.
Right.
And that's the crucial question, I think, for so many businesses right now.
Mm.
Are we truly making the most of the data we have? Or is it just piling up without really impacting our direction?
Yeah, just sitting there. And that's precisely what we're aiming to unravel today. Our
Hmm.
mission, really driven by your curiosity, is to pull out those actionable nuggets from this material. We want to equip you, the listener, to make marketing decisions that are smarter, faster, and, well, drive better results.
Make more money, basically.
Essentially. So let's get into it.
Okay, so let's kick off by thinking about why data has become absolutely vital in today's marketing world.
Right.
The material you sent over, it rightly compares marketing without data to navigating without a map. And when you consider how much the consumer journey has fragmented, across different apps, devices, online spaces, that analogy really, really hits home.
It's like trying to find your way through a maze that just keeps changing its layout. You need something to guide you.
Totally. Data gives us that essential clarity. It helps us understand not just the basics, the demographics of our audience.
They are.
Yeah, but what truly connects with them, the moments they're most open to hearing from us, and even like their preferred ways of interacting.
That deeper understanding is so key, isn't it? Because, as your material points out, not all data is actually valuable.
Right. Not all data carries the same weight.
You can just gather every possible metric, and it can be overwhelming. Maybe even a distraction if it doesn't tie back to what you're actually trying to do.
That's a key insight, yeah. It's about being really focused with our data efforts.
Purposeful.
We're after that relevant, clean, and most importantly, data that we can actually act on. Data that directly fuels our core business objectives.
Because that's what leads to informed decisions, right? Not just a pile of impressive-looking graphs.
Exactly. Just having charts isn't the goal.
So, okay, now that we've set that foundation, let's explore the different kinds of data that marketers should be focusing on.
Sounds good. The material you provided outlines 5 key types, and each one offers like a different lens on your customers.
Definitely. First off, we have demographic data, the fundamentals, right? Age, gender, education level, income.
The who gives us that initial snapshot.
Yep. Then we have behavioral data. This looks at how people actually interact with your brand online.
What they do.
Right. Website visits, how they use your app, if they open your emails, how they respond to ads.
That shows us their actions.
Building on that is transactional data. So their purchase history, maybe when they renew subscriptions, the value of what they buy.
Concrete evidence of engagement. It shows if they're actually buying, basically.
Exactly. Then moving beyond the directly observable, there's psychographic data.
Ah, this is interesting stuff. This dives into their interests, attitudes, values, lifestyles.
It helps us understand maybe why they make certain choices, what really resonates with them on a deeper level.
Yeah, the motivations.
And finally, there's intent data, which sounds incredibly powerful.
No, it is. This signals when someone is actively, in the process of considering a purchase.
How do you see that?
Well, think about repeated visits to specific product pages or downloading pricing info, maybe requesting a demo. Those are strong signals.
Got it. Buying signals.
What's really fascinating, though, is how these different data types work together. It's not just one or the other.
You layer them.
Exactly. By layering demographic, behavioral, transactional, psychographic, and intent data, you can build a much more complete picture, like a 360-degree view of your customer.
And that richer understanding allows for marketing that's way more tailored and effective, presumably.
Absolutely. But like we were saying earlier, it's so easy to get caught up trying to collect everything.
Right, the data hoarding trap.
Yeah. The real takeaway here is to really zero in on the data that directly helps you reach your specific business goals. Don't just collect data for the sake of having more numbers. Focus.
Focus is key. Okay, so gathering the data is step one. But the real power comes when we move from just having it to actually making smarter decisions based on it.
That's the critical leap.
The material you shared presents a helpful 4-step approach to this, right?
Yeah, a pretty clear framework. Step 1, define clear objectives.
Know what you want.
You need to know exactly what you're trying to achieve.
Right.
Is it more leads, better customer retention, higher average order value?
Got to have that clarity first.
Essential. Then, Once you have those clear goals, step 2 is identify relevant metrics.
Okay, so the numbers that matter for that goal.
Precisely. These are the specific data points that will tell you if you're actually making progress. So for instance, if you're trying to improve customer loyalty,
You look at churn.
yeah, churn rates, maybe repeat purchase frequency, things like that, metrics directly tied to loyalty.
Okay, step 3 is where the real, thinking happens. Analyze for insights, not just numbers.
Right. This is where you go beyond just glancing at a dashboard. You start digging.
Looking for patterns.
Patterns, understanding the reasons behind certain behaviors, identifying any weird spikes or dips in the data, the why.
The story behind the number.
Exactly. And the final, and maybe the most critical step, is to test, implement, and optimize.
So take action.
Yes.
Yeah.
You take those insights you've uncovered and use them to create marketing experiments. Little tests.
Like A/B testing an email subject line based on behavioral data.
Perfect example. You measure how well those experiments work, and then you adjust your strategies based on what you learn.
And scale up what works, ditch what doesn't.
You got it. Successful approaches get scaled up, while those that don't deliver are refined or maybe just stop.
It makes sense. The core idea is that data, no matter how interesting it looks on a spreadsheet, only has real value when it leads to action.
It's about using data as a tool to drive positive changes in your marketing, not just admire it.
Okay, so to really bring this to life, the material included some great real-world examples. Let's talk about those. Netflix.
Netflix is a classic,
Yeah.
and it's not just about them suggesting, what you might want to watch next based on your viewing history, though they do that very well.
Right, the recommendation engine.
But they use that data at a much higher level. They use it to make really strategic decisions about which original shows to actually fund.
Like House of Cards, wasn't that a big data-driven bet?
Exactly. Its success wasn't just luck, it was a calculated move. They saw patterns. Maybe people who watched the original UK version also liked films directed by David Fincher and movies starring Kevin Spacey.
Wow, connecting those dots.
Yeah, that kind of deep analysis of viewing patterns directly informed their huge investment in that show.
That's powerful stuff. And Amazon.
Amazon, another giant in this space,
Yeah.
they've really mastered personalized recommendations.
You mean the customers who bought this also bought section?
That and much more. The fact that over a third of their total revenue reportedly comes from these data-driven suggestions, well, it really shows the power of understanding and acting on user behavior.
Over 35%. That's huge.
It's massive. It's all about anticipating what customers might want next, based on everything they know about their past interactions, their browsing, their wish lists.
They probably test different recommendation approaches too, right?
Oh, absolutely. Constantly A/B testing algorithms to see what leads to higher conversions, more add to carts, bigger order values.
And it's important to remember, it's not just the tech giants who can do this.
That's such a crucial point from the material. Even smaller businesses can make significant improvements using data intelligently.
Like a direct-to-consumer brand, maybe?
Yeah, exactly. A DDC brand could see much better results from their email marketing just by segmenting their list based on, say, past purchase history.
So sending different emails to first-time buyers versus loyal repeat customers.
Precisely. That allows for much more relevant, targeted messaging, which almost always boosts conversions.
It really shows that data-driven marketing isn't just for corporations with massive budgets and data science teams.
Absolutely not. It's accessible. Now, while the benefits are clear, there are also some common pitfalls, right? Things to watch out for.
Yes, the material definitely highlighted some dangers. One of the biggest is analysis paralysis.
Ah, yes. Getting stuck in the data.
You get so deep into the numbers, you actually become unable to make any decisions. You just keep analyzing. I know I've felt that overwhelmed sometimes.
It's easy to do. You spend so much time looking at the numbers that you miss opportunities to actually act on them.
Another trap mentioned is chasing vanity metrics.
Oh yeah, the feel-good numbers.
Likes, impressions, maybe follower counts, things that look good on the surface.
But they don't actually translate into meaningful business results, like sales or leads or customer lifetime value.
So it's crucial to focus on those key performance indicators, the KPIs, that really drive the business forward. And Instagram like is nice, but if it doesn't lead anywhere,
It's vanity. Doesn't contribute to the bottom line.
it's also really important, the material stressed, to consider external factors.
Right, context matters. Data doesn't exist in a vacuum.
Things like seasonality, right, or big news events, or even just changes in social media algorithms.
All of that can significantly affect your numbers. You have to account for those external forces when you're interpreting trends or fluctuations. You can't just look at your own data in isolation.
Makes sense. And maybe the most important one, avoiding losing our human perspective.
Yes. Don't become a data robot.
Data provides really valuable insights, but it should support our creativity and critical thinking, not completely replace them.
There's always going to be a need for human intuition, judgment, and understanding in marketing. Data informs, humans decide.
So ultimately, the message is data is a guide, not a substitute for thoughtful analysis.
Exactly. It helps us make more informed decisions, but it's still up to us, the humans, to interpret that information and develop strategies that make sense in the real world.
Blending the data insights with our own understanding.
That's the sweet spot.
Okay, so for you listening, if you're keen to start putting these ideas into practice, the material offered some really good practical tips, things you can start doing, like today.
Yeah, really actionable stuff. First step, audit your current data collection practices.
Take a hard look at what you're gathering.
Yep. See what you're currently collecting, check if it's accurate, clean it up if needed, and really focus. Prioritize what's most important for hitting your business goals. Cut the noise.
Okay, good first step then.
Next, set one major, measurable marketing goal for the upcoming quarter.
Just one big one.
Keep it focused.
Okay.
Having that clear target really helps align your data analysis efforts, gives you direction.
Okay, one goal. Then identify 3 specific metrics that directly influence that goal.
Right. The key numbers you need to watch like a hawk for that specific objective.
Makes tracking easier.
Definitely. And a really helpful way to keep track is to create a simple dashboard.
Doesn't have to be fancy.
Not at all. Even a free tool like Google Data Studio or something similar can give you valuable visual insights. Just get those key metrics visible.
Good tip. And finally,
And this is crucial, adopt a mindset of running small tests and learning quickly.
experimentation.
Yeah. Don't be afraid to try different approaches based on what your data suggests. Run small experiments, see what happens, and be ready to adjust based on the results. Learn and iterate.
The core message here seems to be that making consistent, small changes based on data can really add up.
Absolutely. It leads to significant improvements in your marketing performance over time. It's about building that data-informed culture, one step at a time.
And that brings us towards the end of this deep dive into leveraging data for smarter marketing decisions.
So, thinking back to those examples, Netflix, Amazon, what data do you, the listener, have access to right now? What could potentially unlock similar insights for your business, even on a smaller scale?
Yeah, what's hiding in your own data? And consider those actionable tips we just went through. Which one feels like the most relevant, the most achievable thing you could start implementing today or this week?
What's your first step towards making more data-driven choices? We really encourage you to take that step, review your data, pinpoint those key metrics that truly reflect your marketing objectives.
You might be surprised by the patterns or opportunities you uncover when you actually take that closer look.
The real challenge now, though, is to move beyond just observing the numbers. It's about embracing that mindset of experimentation, of learning.
So the final thought to leave you with, what is one small test, one experiment you could design right now based on the data you already have?